The winter winds were sharper that year in the small city of Brookhaven. Frost clung to the cracked pavements, and the street lamps flickered against the fog that swallowed the corners of every alley. Beneath one of those lamps sat Daniel Hayes, once a promising chef, now just another shadow among the city's invisible people. His coat was more holes than fabric, his beard tangled, his hands cracked from cold. Life had not always been like this for Daniel. Only 5 years earlier, he had been the head chef at a bustling Italian restaurant. He was known for his laughter, his generous tips to waiters, and the way his pasta seemed to taste like comfort itself. But when his wife passed away unexpectedly, the light inside him dimmed. Bills piled up, grief stole his focus, and one bad decision followed another until the restaurant closed. With no family left and no savings, Daniel found himself on the streets. Nights blurred into weeks, weeks into months. He stopped keeping track of time. The city had a way of forgetting its lost souls. People walked past without looking. Sometimes coins would drop into his tin cup without a word. Cold metal for cold hands. On the evening of December 12th, as snow began to fall in lazy spirals, Daniel sat outside a coffee shop, hoping for leftover pastries when it closed. Inside, a young woman named Emma Reed sat with her laptop. She was a freelance writer, struggling to meet deadlines, and frankly, struggling with life herself. But as she sipped her latte, her eyes drifted to the window and landed on Daniel. Something about the way he sat, not begging loudly, not holding a sign, just quietly existing, pulled at her heart. She didn't have much money, but she had a warm turkey sandwich she hadn't touched. She stepped outside. "Hi," she said softly, holding the sandwich out. Daniel looked up, startled. Most people didn't speak to him. "Hi, thank you," he whispered, taking it slowly. His hands trembled. Emma smiled. "It's just a sandwich, but I hope it helps a little." "It helps more than you know," Daniel replied. She could have walked away then, but something made her sit down beside him on the cold curb. They talked, just for 10 minutes. About the weather, about the smell of fresh bread, about how snow made the world quieter. Before leaving, Emma pressed a small card into his hand. It had her number and the words, "If you ever need someone to talk to." Over the next week, Emma kept thinking about Daniel. She returned to the coffee shop, half hoping he would be there. On the 5th day, she found him sitting in the same spot, but looking weaker. She bought 2 coffees and sat with him again. This time, Daniel told her his story. No self-pity, no dramatics, just the truth. Emma felt a lump in her throat. She had been writing articles about kindness and resilience for years, but here was a real story unfolding before her eyes. She made a decision. She would help him, not with a one-time gesture, but with a plan. She called a friend who ran a small shelter. She used her savings to buy him warm clothes and a sleeping bag. But most importantly, she kept showing up, talking, listening, treating him like a human being. Within a month, Daniel was in the shelter. Emma helped him update his resume. She posted about him on social media, sharing his talent for cooking. The post went viral in their town. An old friend from Daniel's restaurant days saw it and offered him a part-time kitchen job. The first day he stepped into the warm kitchen, inhaling the scent of garlic and herbs, Daniel felt something he hadn't felt in years: hope. 2 years later, Daniel was the owner of a small but thriving café. The first item on the menu: Emma's kindness sandwich, turkey, cheese, and a little rosemary aioli. Every winter, Daniel keeps a pot of hot soup outside the café for anyone who needs it. No questions asked. He tells his customers, "It started with one sandwich, but it saved my life." Like and subscribe for more videos.